How is everybody doing today? And realistically, we're not getting a webcam this video just because I look ugly right now. So realistically, we're gonna talk about a event that's going on right now. There's a lot of videos I actually am going to make with this update. One of course being with the banners that we currently have. A lot of people are probably wondering what should they pull on in regards to Risa and Miko, and then also looking at Akari's banner. Akari's banner realistically should be a mega skip for everybody, just because she is gonna have the one single per day for as long as her banner is here. So that's the only thing that is worth noting before I make that video, and then we'll talk about this banner in specific when it comes to, of course, all the characters that you might want in the future. But in today's video, and we also got to talk about the score battle, that is also something we need to look at. And looking at this event that is going on, the popularity contest. Now this is a very important event. Although there's like almost nothing in the game that tells you should go do this, this is going to be in your little event tab, and this is going to be important, and there's a reason why. In this video, we're talking about why this popularity contest is so important. Now, there are a couple of things I do want to preface before we go a little bit further into this. One, that if you want to pick your favorites, if you want to go ahead and vote for your characters that you absolutely love, like for me personally, I love Yuki. She's my favorite character in the game without a doubt, and I think a lot of the 31A characters are really big favorites for me, especially with the inclusion of Aoi as well, and I'm unsure about anybody else. I think Kazoe as well is also a fan favorite for me, realistically. But to talk about what is important for this popularity contest, like I said, if you want to pick your favorites, go ahead and do so. I can't stop you there. This game is, of course, without a doubt, at the end of the day, something for you to enjoy solely because this is a single player game. But to look at all of these characters are going to influence a banner that will come out in the future, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. There's this banner called the popularity contest banner, and guess what happens when these top 7 units get picked? They get put onto a single banner, and then you get to go ahead and summon on them as a step up banner. This banner in JP, when they first had their popularity contest, it had Yinksha, had Saika, SS2 Yuina, had Swimsuit Tojo, had the Winter Sierra, had Aoi, and also had Ruka. Realistically, I think characters like Sierra, Yuina, and also looking at Ruka were there based solely on popularity vote in terms of fan voting, and maybe even Tsukasa, but we do see that there are some meta picks in here like Yinksha, like Saika, and like Aoi that are in the banner that a lot of people would love to have in their account if they didn't already have them. Looking at this page, I'm going to tell you some of the characters that you may want to vote for if you want the highest value banner possible or a higher chance at a better banner. Like I said, if you really like a certain character and you want them to be on the banner, go ahead and vote for them. This is just to fill out your other votes if you don't know who you want to put in for the banner or who you want to vote for, just so that it can use the rest of your votes if you so happen to not want to prioritize anybody else. So we're gonna look at the top 7 best units in my opinion in Heaven Birds Red, and then we're gonna go ahead and pick a majority of them when it comes to looking at all the characters in the game. Right now, what we're going to be looking at for one of them is going to be Maid Aoi. Maid Aoi is already a really great thunder defender, which is going to allow you to raise your defense, to be able to give taunt, to be able to give herself totems, and then she's going to have a really massive EX skill that's going to nuke basically anything in the game, also giving you a thunder attack up when it comes to her passive as well. So there are a lot of really good things when it comes to getting Thunder Aoi. She's a really good self-sufficient defender. She's able to defend, she's able to give you attack, I say power with her EX skill. The only thing is, of course, you would want Aoi that is the SS1 version that has angel wings. That also could be a character that you could put down for the popularity vote. And then going into the next characters, which besides the 2 Aois, you could look into Mua. Mua is also a very strong character, with her being able to give off a full team heal, and not only that, she's also able to give Mind's Eye to the reserve units, which is always very important when it comes to the buffs that you can get off with a lot of the different characters in the game. And having Mind's Eye especially doubled up will allow you to basically boost up your attack power by an insane amount, especially if you're playing on weakness, which a lot of your team should be doing so when you're going against a lot of the end game content. The next character is going to be Yotsuha. Now, Yotsuha is a character that's a little bit more specific, and the reason why she's going to be in here is because she is, to date, the best fire buffer in the game, even on JP. So even if you don't have a fire character right now in the game, like me, I still don't have a fire attacker, Yotsuha would still be an absolutely amazing pickup because she's giving reserve crit rate up, crit damage up, and attack up for fire, and this is not able to stack with the regular attack, the regular crit rate, and the regular crit damage, allowing you to hit some massive numbers with fire attackers in the future. Yotsuha is the only character who's able to give you this amount of bonuses for your element, and allowing you to, of course, stack it up twice if you are smart with the way you buff up your characters, and allowing you to also buff up in regular crit rate, regular crit damage, and regular attack. So Yotsuha is a really good character for fire teams, and if you were to get a fire character in the future, Yotsuha would be a really good pickup. And if you have a fire character now, Yotsuha would still be an amazing pickup. Going to the next character, it is going to be Yingxia. I think this doesn't need too much of an explanation. Yingxia is the only character at the current moment who's able to give hit count to whoever she wants to in regards to buffing, and not only that, she also gives an attack up as well if you don't already have a character that's giving you that bonus alongside the hit count buff as well. Hit count is very important in this game just because it allows you to be able to shred off their DP bar while also allowing you to go into their health with the, of course, the moments where you don't have enough damage, a lot of your hits are in the DP, and then you don't really get to go into the health as easily. This hit count is going to allow you to be able to do so, getting into the health bar, being able to possibly one shot when you end up buffing out the hit count buff as the 2 max as all other buffs. So Yingxia is a really good character, can even be better when it comes to interjecting her skill onto the S version, which I end up using quite a bit because the S version of Yingxia is kind of insane when you're able to have all that she has, which is going to be the what is it called? I'm trying to remember everything all at once. She's able to give you a skill point to the reserve, and then she's also able to give defense down if needed. She has a regular enhance if needed. I don't know where she is at. There you go. This character has a lot to her. She has the defense down move. She's able to go ahead and use the SS move if you interject that skill into her. So she's able to do a lot. She's able to give SP. She's able to defense down. She's able to give a hit point buff or hit count buff, which is very good overall for a buffer to be able to do. And if you need some type of tankier option so that you're able to survive more, then that's when you bring out the regular SS Yingxia and you're able to go ahead and do so. So realistically, Yingxia without a doubt is going to be a character that is easily should be a vote for that banner, just because she is the only character that provides hit count buff to this day and for a very long time in global. The next character is going to be Saika. Now, Saika has a lot of different uses. One being that she's able to give you the plethora of buffs, which are crit rate, crit damage, and also attack up. And not only that, she can also heal a little bit with their EX skill. Another thing that is good to note with this Saika is that you are able to interject the other Saika's move, which is SS1 Saika, and you're also able to put that move onto the SS2 Saika. So this means that if you do have Thunder related teammates, you are able to go ahead and put that move, if I can find it, because finding these moves are a little bit hard sometimes. You can put this move, which is the Thunder Field, and you can put this on SS2 Saika, allowing you to have not only a really good general buffer, which is Saika SS2, but also being able to turn them into a thunder buffer with the field. So you're able to give off the field, and then you're able to give off an absolute phenomenon, which is going to allow you to get that attack buff, that crit rate buff, and that crit damage buff, which is just a butt ton of value if you're able to put all of those together. The next thing is going to be our last 2 units, and that is one of them going to be the Light Tsukasa. And the only reason I'm putting Light Tsukasa here, you can also put Fire Megumi, which I didn't put here, which I will talk about in a quick moment. These 2 characters, which is Light Tsukasa and Fire Megumi, I'll go ahead and pull up Fire Megumi as well. And Fire Megumi and Tsukasa, they realistically will be the premier buffers for their element. While Tsukasa is for light, she's able to give a light zone that is a little bit more beneficial than the Mia zone that we currently have. You also have front line crit rate up, front line crit damage up, and then the same thing goes for this Megumi as well. Also, I forgot to mention that she can buff up light attack as well. The Fire Megumi is able to actually give off a zone similar to that light Tsukasa, but she's also able to give a 2-turn single target fire defense down, which is very great as well. Both of these characters will be the premier fielder for their teams. Tsukasa for light and fire is for Megumi, so you could pick either or of these characters in regards to the votes that you're going to be making. And then the next one is lastly Dark Yuina. I think Dark Yuina is one of the very few attackers in this list, just because of course supports are going to be what runs the game. They allow you to be able to hit higher numbers, so characters like Megumi, characters like Tsukasa, having Saika, Yingsha, Yotsuha, Mua, Maid Aoi is a little bit if and so in that area. Maid Aoi, regular Aoi, and Yuina, although aren't supports, they all provide a crap ton of utility. This Yuina just hits like a truck, and she's AoE, so she's going to be able to clear a lot of the end game content that is currently in Heaven Burns Red, while Thunder Aoi, same thing goes. Really good for clearing end game content, and it's able to do a couple of different roles, which you can put her onto different things or allow her to be on different teams, depending on what you want to use her for. So these are the characters that you should try and vote for if you want the best possible meta value banner. But like I said, depending on which characters you like, depending on which characters you actually want to be on that banner, say you're missing SS2 Yuina and you really want this Yuina for some reason, go ahead and vote for Yuina and you could potentially get this on the banner. I think, if I'm not wrong, once you pick these characters, you have to pick their costume, because it does say which characters and outfits do you like the most. Which I'm pretty sure they're going to give you the option in a quick second once we do it. If you really like a certain character, go ahead and vote for it. This is just to help you out if you don't know who you want to vote for, if you don't know who you want to pick for. This is the list of characters that will 100% help you out in trying to garner the best banner for the whole community, because I do think for sure that this banner is going to be server wide when it comes to which characters will be on it. So depending on what you vote for will be what hopefully you get, and maybe even everyone else gets. We have zero idea. But yes, regular Aoi, Thunder Aoi, Mua, Yotsuha, Yingsha, Saika SS2, Tsukasa Light, Fire Megumi, and Yuina Dark are all going to be amazing pickups when it comes to voting for them on their banners. But going ahead and voting for me specifically, to make this a little easier, just to see how this works, I will put Aoi right here, and I guess they're gonna let you pick after you finish it. So I'm gonna pick Aoi. I'm going to pick I guess, because just so I can say that I put my favorite character in there, I'll put Yuki. I really love Megumi, and she also has a really good style for y'all, so I'll put that there as well. Other than that, we can go ahead and put some of the meta picks that I know a lot of other people would like. I really love Saika as well, not even just as a unit, but as a character. And not only that, Yingsha as well is really good to see. Where's Yingsha? So now, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just need one more. And the last character we will be picking up will probably be a Yuina. I really do like Yuina. I don't know if you know what? Now we'll just do Yotsuha. Yotsuha is very strong. I think she's a character that a lot of people can benefit from, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pick her up. And I think we have our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so it says at most select 6 items. And let's go to the next page. I'm pretty sure, there you go. So you are, imagine if you could just put on imagine if you could just put on a regular A rank in there. That's crazy. All right, so it says the smaller the number, the higher the level of preference. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you want to pick first. Okay, yeah, there you go. You want to pick it like that. So Tsuyuki, of course, is at the top. And then after that, I really do love this version of Yuki. Then SS Yuki. Then Swimsuit Yuki. Oh, you can only pick 3. Okay, so yeah, of course, the 3 SSs, without a doubt. We'll do that. For Megumi, of course, it's going to be Fire Megumi, Debuffer Megumi, SS Megumi. This was without a doubt the easiest list that I could make for these characters. Aoi is going to be Maid Aoi, regular Aoi, and then I'll guess this S Aoi. Psycha, of course, Psycha SS2, Psycha SS1, and then the S Psycha for sure. And then for Yotsuha, regular Yotsuha, S Yotsuha, A Yotsuha. That's all you can really pick. Yinksha, regular SS Yinksha, S Yinksha, A Yinksha. There's not really that much I have to pick from. And then you have to give them your UID at the end, which I'm pretty sure that's all you have to do. So other than that, that's going to be it for this video when it comes to the popularity contest. Of course, pick the characters you think that you enjoy the most. This video specifically is to help you out pick out those other votes that you possibly don't know what you want to pick for, and just giving you meta options that are going to help out the entire community and possibly even your own account. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next video, and peace.